masterpiece by Kenny Warner. That's what I found, that it's good to any area doesn't matter. Meaning, anyone can make masterpiece. The time that you put it should be put in a reason. Okay, back to my son, I ain't having fun. Should I stay, should I run? What do I really want? Do I want this or do I want that? I'm probably like most of us who want this and that. I got a bad past, so I gotta be careful. Is this a trigger or just another excuse? Like I told you before, I'm giving you my all, I'm giving you more. This is all that I have. So I'm laying it down on the ground before you, because where I found I can only carry it. I never got to know my dad, but I have a great mother. Shout out go to Candace, Lindo, and Silver, my brothers. I wish I had time to shout everybody out like Justin, not only Jimbo, my brother Carl, Mr. Fowler, and Caitlin Farrah. Help me to love what I see in the mirror, artistically, because back then I hated my art because I didn't do it like them. Like them, meaning those who had skills. People would say your art is great because you don't do it like them. You are great because you ain't like them. I wanted to be like you guys got all the women. The danger of no expectation. Break down to what you are chasing. What you are chasing, of course, what is chasing you is will control your destiny and future. I will spend all day watching porn or doing other things I ain't gonna mention on the beat. And I ain't here to give you any excuses for why I did what I did. I'm just here to speak reality. And this is why I'm so unsafe and uncomfortable. Anyway, are you the one for me and am I the one for you? Am I married because I never got to be a slut? Everybody else at least once got to have fun. There's things I would love to do that I will never do. And this is what I mean by I'm giving my all to you too. Don't get me wrong, I'll always be a Christian. You as a hippie, created music and biz. So this is my story, this is my song. Whether it's right or wrong, whether it's weak or strong, it's on now, and when it's on, it's on. This is my story, this is my song. Whether it's right or wrong, whether it's weak or strong, it's on now, and when it's on, it's on. If anyone should ever write my life story, for whatever reason, there might be a praise job for this beautiful and wonderful story. I ain't no joke, I used to let the mic smoke. Now I slam it when I'm done and make sure it's broke. When I'm going, no one gets on, cause I won't let nobody press up and mess up the scene I set. I like to stand in the crowd and watch the people wonder, damn. But think about it then, you'll understand. I'm just an addict, addicted to music. Maybe it's a habit, I gotta use it. Even if it's jazz or the quiet storm, a hook or beat up, converted into hip-hop form. Write a rhyme and graffiti it, every show you see me in. Deep concentration, cause I'm no comedian. Jokers are wild, if you wanna be tamed, I treat you like a child or you're gonna be named. Another enemy, not even a friend of you. Cause you can find the end if you pretend to be complete. Cause I just put your mind on pause and I can beat you when you can pin my rhyme with yours. I'll wake you up and as I stare in your face, you seem stunned. Remember me, the one you got your idea from. But soon you start to suffer, but you only get rougher. When you start to suffer, that's when you had enough of. Biting that'll make you choke. You can't provoke, you can't cope. You should have broke because I ain't no joke.
I ain't no joke. Because I ain't no joke.
I got a question. Is it serious as cancer? Who keep the average dancer hyper as a heart attack? Nobody's smiling. Cause you're expressing the rhyme that I'm styling. This is where we all sit down and write. You can't make it, so you take it home, break it and bite. Use pieces and bits of all the hip hop hits. Get the style down packed, it's time to switch. Put my tape on pause and add some more to yours. And then you figure you're ready for the neighborhood chores. The EMCEE, don't even try to reach. You can up and speak, don't even lie to me. You like to exaggerate, dream and imagine it. They change the rhyme around that could aggravate me. So when you see me come up freeze. Or you'll be one of those 7 MCs. They think that I'm a new jack, but only if they do that. They who think wrong are they who can't do that style that I'm doing. They might ruin patterns of paragraph based on you and your offbeat DJ. If anything he plays sounds familiar, I'll wait till SB say slay him. So I'ma have to disinvoke and you can get a smack for this loc. I ain't no joke.
I ain't no joke. Because I ain't no joke.
I hold the microphone like a grudge. Then I hold the record so the needle don't bust. I hold a conversation so when I am fed, I nominated my brother Lino for president. When I'm seeing out people freestyle or standing. So pucker up and whisper my message, my man. But whatever you do, don't miss one. There'll be another rough rhyme after this one. Before you know, you're following and feeding, wait for the punchline. To get the meaning like the core of the more of the story I'm telling. Nobody beats Win Sands, so stop yelling. Save it, put it in your pocket for later. Cause I'ma move the crowd and be a record fader. No interruptions in the mic is broke when I'm gone. Then you can joke. Cause everything is real on a serious tip. Keep playing, and I get furious quick. And I take you for a walk through hell or a feature dome. And watch your eyeball swell. Got you on the triple state darkness. When they get dark again, then I'll spark this microphone. Cause the heat is on, you see smoke. And I'm finished with the beat is gone, I'm no joke.
I ain't no joke. Because I ain't no joke.
This song right here, dedicated to one person. My son. You died, your mother said. I will come to you one day, but you will never come to me.
Because I ain't no joke.
Peace.
I ain't no joke. Because I ain't no joke.
Is a marked tendency for the person to develop convulsions. Grand mal convulsions or seizures, and unless these are controlled, they can lead to the death of the individual.
My words are simple and plain. How I'm gonna shout you out without mentioning your name. Let's just say the song is dedicated to the people. The real John and James. Jane been on that stuff since she was 13. The doctors give her more to cure the pain and heal her brain. Now she's in her 50s and it's totally insane. They increase the doses or give her some new things. Her delusions are real. She feels like there's cameras all around her house and Biggie and Michael are still alive right now. She talks about how she personally knows Biggie and talks about her younger days when she used to be pretty. The drugs that they give her tear at her skin, tear at her mind, play with her emotions, but she has to listen or face the consequences to not get locked up. I raise her son, she is hoping. John has a couple of problems, so he started taking X, Y, and Z, which gave him hallucination. They switched to drugs, which did him good for a time, but now he started seeing and hearing ghosts all the time. My man John Brown is in a place that he hates it. Instead of helping him, facilitators play games with. They tell him he's paranoid due to his mental illness. They tell him to take more pills and ignore the realness. Jane calls him happy pills because she can't get angry. Even at times when she is supposed to be angry. And this brave new world is best to stay sedated. Life is hard, homie. Increase the dosage. The doctor told Jane it would help her unless she takes this pill that the doctor is prescribing. How you gonna help me by giving me a pill that would increase the chance of me catching the disease that I am fighting? What? This song is based on many true stories. My brother John has been on meds since he was a kid. No amount of drugs can heal his pain within. In a mental institution, the things that they did to him were almost as bad as what his family had did to him. He was like a guinea pig. He was like a punching bag. He was sexually and verbally abused by woman and man. This is big business. Billions of dollars. They rather medicate instead of curing the problem. The doctor told Jane her son has these problems and he needs to take these pills to solve those problems. They tell us to eat this and tell us to eat that. One day it's healthy, next week it's poison. Most of the time the doctors are really trying to help us, educated, but no clue what they are doing.
The barbiturates have some very severe problems with them. For one thing, they do produce tolerance to a certain degree, and it isn't necessary to take more and more of the drug to produce the same effect. However, this tolerance is limited. Now, under the effects of the drug, there tends to be a distortion of time, and of course the person is confused, and the person may accidentally take more drug than he had anticipated, forgetting that he had just taken a dose a few minutes before. In addition to this, the barbiturates, when withdrawn, do produce a physical dependence or withdrawal type reaction, and with the barbiturates is a marked tendency for the person to develop convulsions, grand mal convulsions or seizures, and unless
Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about how spirit guides can help you and how to connect with specific guides that can help you with creative inspiration.
What you hand me often, which comes in handy. Never reprimand, never. You show me there's a plan B, a plan C, plan D, all the way to plan Z. No matter who I am, be. You bring that man piece, fingers on white, black keys. I do what she commands me. I run to you, it makes me comfortable, when it hurts badly, and come to you to celebrate, feel elated and lovely. You ain't my brother, sister, mother, lover, or daddy. We're kinda like imaginary friends, the ones none can see. I can tell you what I can't tell anybody. When I tried to put you to the side, you would call me. When I didn't love me, you wanted the only thing about myself, only that I actually love you. Sometimes when I'm with you, girl, we puff trees, you told me not to chase skills and quality. Just becoming. This is Kenny Wooden's book. Effortless mastery. The skills follow the enjoyment of being what you be. I sit behind the Courage Rock PC3. My piano named Janet. She's a powerful beauty. I don't like to watch movies. I'd rather do 3D art, PSD, draw, or make a new beat. I go out with a candle with a strap on the toolie. Take a few pics, record clips swift and move smoothly. I used to hit up Hunts Point, toss chips at the cutie. She said for $30 with no condom, she would do me. No matter who I was, that girl always knew me. I tell her what to do and she tells me what to do. See, me and her are family, only she understands me. Long as I sing for her, she'll love me for who I am, maybe. When I was in the 3rd grade, you had me write stories. He said imagination is greater than knowledge. And now we must sadly find me in this story. Determination is always greater than skill.
Spirit guides can help you with everything. Now, there's different kinds of guides, and we're going to be going into these specific speciality guides. Whereas, say, your master guides that are with you forever, like around you this whole lifetime, they might not have that specialty.
Everybody's got his own thing. Everybody's got his way of doing a thing. And we shall attempt to do a tune that is very popular. It was written by one of the great songwriters of the day. Now, I don't know what he was thinking about or what inspired him to write this, but it's a deep meaning to this. And I shall attempt to do it my way, my own interpretation of it. I want you to bear along with me for a few minutes.
You be careful crossing the street.
I got a job at the Market and Cheese, doing some pickups, deliveries, and transporting keys. See, I'm the fall guy, they got me like a flunky. I'm riding around with 10 kilos inside my trunk, G. And I'm holding the suitcases with $500,000, $100 bills in my grill. I'm trying to ignore it. and just chill, but sometimes I get tempted to make a motherfucking run for it. The thought alone make me shiver. Damn, what if I get caught if I be floating in the Hudson River? But if I escape, I'll be in shape for my life, but they might get my kid and my wife. See, I'm supposed to make a stop to an uptown spot, put up the block and make another drop. But I got something else in mind. Tell how to put my black ass on the line. I got the money in the hit, went through the block non-stop, cause I ain't dropping no shit. Then I thought of a plan, so I drove to my house and got my girl and my little man. Come on, bitch, pack your shit, get ready.
Damn, why your face all sweaty?
Just hurry up and get the shit. I'm a dead man, bitch, understand we gotta split. I switched the locks on the door. Started packing my bags like I was going on a motherfucking world tour. I grabbed my luggage and the gun. Come on, we gotta go, hon. David Rosales is on the run.
I want that son of a bitch dead. I want him dead. I want him dead. I don't care.
Now I'm driving and looking at my passport. I'm out of here as soon as I hit Kennedy Airport. I loaded up the automatic. I don't believe this. I'm like a sitting duck stuck in traffic. I'm getting nervous as fuck. Then I notice a nigga Continental on my right side approaching. Pushing down my bitch, then I bend low. Get down, ho. Bullets is flying through my window. The enemy is on attack. Drew the 9 and cocked the hammer and I fired them bitches back. I gotta take my respect. My bullets is hitting crazy mafia members in the neck. Looked at my bitch, a bullet struck her. Put in another clip, cause I ain't giving up a motherfucker. Niggas running up in trenches. Sprayed at my car, only missing me by inches. Stepped on the gas pedal, how bad is my girl harm? Shit, they only hit her in the upper arm. Now I'm driving on sidewalks, making sharp turns. My son is in the back, catching heartburns. I got the car shaking wildly. I made a turn, then I dipped my shit into a dark alley. They drove right past that, all this cheating shit is done. I'm on the motherfucking run.
I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burnt to the ground. I want to go to the middle of the night.
The next thing I know, it was daylight. And I've been sleeping in this motherfucker all night. I started putting on my hoe.
Come on, man, what?
Wake up, bitch, we gotta go. Pulled out that alley, then I dipped. Loaded the 9 clip, lit a clip of the piff. You know I'm headed south, no doubt. Don't care about my whereabouts as long as it's a hideout. Finally, we crossed the border. I pulled into a station to fill up the tank and get a drink of water. Put it over and park my ride. Then noticed this limousine coming up on my left side. Then the sun started rapping me. Then I looked, it was the Luciano family. Looked at my bitch, she started crying. My finger on the trigger, pulled it, bullets started flying. Now I'm hitting all them bastards. I'm dropping them fast when I blast their blood splashes. Then I finally done it. I took them all out, but I caught one in the stomach. Now I'm looking for survivors. So I ran up on the side of the car and hit the driver. Then I laid low. Catching my breath, the only one left was Don Luciano. So I stuck up on the sucker, put my gun to his head. What's up now, motherfucker? He said, wait, I wanna talk. I put his brains on the sidewalk. Another life I had to waste. He fell on his back and then I spat right in his skinny face. He threw the barrel of the devil's gun. Then no longer got a brother on the run. Motherfuckers.
Uncle G-Rap, when I grow up, I'll be a rapper and a gangster. Just like you.
No, see. You could be a rapper, but you can't be a gangster. You don't want to 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 be a gangster.
I don't know where to begin. When people ask, I tell them I'm a Christian, and I'm glad that Jesus rose, but his death on the cross means nothing to me. Because he made the system, and he could have made the system differently. Almost anybody would die to save the world, especially if they was going to get resurrected in 3. And they glorified throughout infinity as the name above every name and the King of Kings. Sometimes when I read the Bible, I'm like, daggone God, that's messed up. But then I say, hey, better than me. When you all die, you're going to fry in hell. And I'm going to be in heaven bored as hell. Now it's time for the marriage ceremony. me and millions of the bride of Christ. See, I'm dressed in my white gown as a stock exchange. Marriage is wrong on earth, but in heaven is right. I'm in heaven where there are no gates, so I'm looking around for the reptiles and the grays. Now my God is the God of the universe. In heaven I see beings from other worlds, not just the earth. Was it a dream or did I have another OBE? I can't tell the difference between my vision and reality. Now let's talk about Muslim religion, because when they die it's cool. They got slaves that are virgins. And if you like me, you don't want a virgin, you want a whore, a slut, a freak. Someone too old for you, someone too young for you, someone that's different, someone the same. Sex feels good when you're having it, but will always lead to extreme pain. Now sex is another system that God made, but I can't hate the creator, because AIDS was made in the lab and used as a test on gay white people. This was God's punishment to gays. You can use it on us if you use it on your own people. And this secret that America made with Africa is why the AIDS rate is so high in Africa. I still don't make any contact with aliens up in heaven. Aliens, God's angels, devils, are there any difference? Sometimes humans don't want to accept the truth. And like so many others, I just want to know if my truth is true. The aliens help man build the pyramids. Can you help me find my stairway to heaven? One day they took me into the mothership, and we had a whole lot of sexual experiments. Hey, stop that! Hey!
Everything today has involved things either going in or coming out of my
Turn the mic off!
I'm sorry. It's completely There's an 80-foot satellite dish sticking out of your ass. Sure, you guys. Whatever. I am seriously pissed off right now. I know there's no such thing as aliens. God damn it! What the hell do you think you're doing? Declaring leprechauns aren't real?
What?
You just can't declare that imaginary things aren't real. Who are you to say what's real? Think about it. Is blue real? Is love really real?
Imaginary things are things made up by people, like Santa and Rudolph. Yeah, and they detract from real things, like Jesus. Maybe Jesus is imaginary too. Oh, you better not say that. You'll go to hell.
It's possible that hell is also imaginary.
So then, we're about to nuke hell. That's a good thing, right?
Oh, yeah,
that's a good thing. Good thing, yeah.
What if heaven is imaginary? We'd be nuking heaven.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be real. So it'd be all right.
Look, maybe they're all part of the same thing. Santa and Jesus and hell and leprechauns. Maybe they're all real in the same way, right?
Santa Claus and leprechauns are imaginary, but Jesus and hell are real.
Well, then what about Buddha?
Well, of course he's imaginary.
Oh, see, now you're being intolerant, Tom. Am I real?
Lord God, are you real? I really need to know. How can I tell what's fake from what's real? Real is defined as an actual thing having objective existence, not imaginary. Real is true, occurring as fact, and as an adverb, the word real means very. So back to the question, is my God real? Whose God is fake and whose God is real? Visibility can be deceiving, especially that this is a dark room. Sometimes the desperation allows causes our minds to form illusions. The same goes for hearing. I thought I heard something which was something else. The best description is an audio illusion, we'll just say for now. I can feel love, but it could really be hate, because me and the people around me are fake. I can feel the wind, which I can't see or taste, but I can see the effects of the wind and hear the sounds that it makes. God made a broken particle, humanity, in vanity, and isn't secretly molding and shaping reality. When a product is faulty, the customers go to the manufacturer and say, we bought into this design, the product that's incredibly flawed. God made Adam from dirt. You'll know the rest of Adam's bad decision is the cause of all this mess. We say that God's crying whenever it rains, and later on we found that we were wrong and let science explain. Lord God, are you real? I see the sitting with the thing on his waist, the ice on his wrist, fly chicks, whips and chains. He claims everything is great. I see your people live in poverty and sickness, but ironically, the Bible has scripture to answer every pain, desire, or need. But is this a myth, my Lord, or is it the truth? When I go to church, all I see is people getting duped in their world of desperation. We see a man with an education, quoting scriptures, telling people why we should listen to him. My Bible says you're going to find hell for what you believe in. But if that information is wrong, or I'm possibly misreading, if the product of the Bible and the Christian religion, the users of this product should be completely different. Some men of God are worse than who they call heathens. Is a man better off believing or not believing? Saying atheist, basically stating that no God exists. Either you don't know or you back it up with science. Is any God real is the question? Is it possible men were made by aliens called the Anunnaki who reigned in Sumeria and had sex with humans? They taught the art of black magic and gave technology to them. Are aliens real? Is the government hiding? I look up in the sky and saw some UFOs flying. So you could say the aliens are just like the gods. If you want proof they exist, you will find none. Yet in the heart of the believer, you will find a dedication unparalleled by any other kind. Is his faith based on things created in his mind that his mind will make become real in time? Could the mind make something real that really isn't? The religious call this speaking into existence. If the product is flawed and the manufacturer is perfect, then inside the program's flaws were inserted on purpose. God does everything on purpose. Is this truth or used when men search for purpose? Sometimes we make up stuff to believe it. Is it real? Can what's fake provide fulfillment? Can it? Is Santa Claus real? Is Bugs Bunny real? Are Daredevil, Superman, and Spider-Man real? Does just believe in X make X real? Does X need something else to make X real? Can X be real without belief? Would God be God if we didn't believe?
Right now, we're inside a computer program.
Is it really so hard to believe? Your clothes are different, the plugs in your arms and head are gone. Your hair has changed. Your appearance now is what we call residual self-image. It is the mental projection of your digital self.
This isn't real.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain. This is the world that you know. You've been living in a dream world, Neo. This is the world as it exists today.
Something new and something old. We give you fiction, we give you true stories. We give you hip-hop that's actually music. There was a time the gods would sit with man, like man sits with man and makes plans. But after the deluge, this time was no longer because man had kindled God's anger. Noah and his family weren't the only survivors, there were others. I will briefly tell you about them. Those who knew about the tree of life and thus used their cheat. Others used black magic and thus had to pay a fee. Some hid underground cities that had technologies that would seem futuristic to you and me. Because of earthquakes and the earth degradation, this technology was lost throughout the generations. The gods knew this, so they stopped this from happening. Because they saw what had happened on other planets where the inhabitants became masters of these powers. They literally destroyed themselves within hours. To celestial beings, this is sort of a game show. At the same time, it's just the reason they came for all, to have children and to evolve. So when they saw humans, the gods thought problem solved. And when they came down to earth, they were adored and loved at first. Eventually, they weren't adored anymore, and people would say, I really don't care if you are a god. And by now, the gods had already taught these humans how to cast spells, how to chant, how to summon. So when man spoke the word, the gods had to obey. They were more powerful than us, but they had to do as we would say. They opened those doors and now have to pay for the games with us they chose to play. Me and Silver are brothers, like Devon and Bubba Ray. We ain't black or white, with just different shades of gray. Athletes step into the ring to wrestle with the greats. Pro wrestling is real. It's the people that are fake. Native instruments, give it a microphone, and I represent. I'm never hesitant to kick it raw or with elegance. I was there at the deluge, climbing up a mountain, trying to get away from the water. It just kept on raining. Top of the mountain was straight. Aliens came out of it and grabbed me. I tried to resist, but they were stronger than me. They took me to the mothership quickly. In the mothership, they experimented on me. They gave me an anal probe, and they did do it nice. Later on Earth, they dropped me off. Still to this day, I believe that you're the one for me. I remember when I first met the aliens. You know what I did? I put up my Bible and tried to convert them all to Christians. What I learned is it doesn't make sense to resist. When the aliens try to grab you, just go up inside of the mothership. That's my best advice.
He's beginning to believe.
Silver on the beat as the new journey begins. I will explain the nexus in this brief composition. The music of giving you reflects the beginning of necklaces in the movement that's made us improve. Truth that we use make the true individuals, so we're too confused by the music we begin to prove. Rappers are art and the music with future. Words to the truth, cause it's true to be stupid. See, the industry is simply a pimp to the people on both sides of the screen. So I am not worse or better than any veteran. The artist breastfeeds the earth in a better plan. Challenge everything that you don't believe. Let me and Silver challenge your reality. Challenge your perception of the things you hate and love, what you prove and show what you run to and from. Call it entertainment with really an agenda, believe what I believe. Let that fight both surrender. And let my voice enter your mental. Percent of the truth and torment you. If you feel this on the mind, so when I shine, I can shine. I look in the mirror and my own truth I apply. All need a mirror. It isn't distorted. Someone who can see it through love, cut the glass. Someone will say we're great, but I be gasless and we're crap. And love the bring those facts. You have someone that you love that you can lean on. If you do, give them a big hug at the end of the song. I met many with potential, but most of them will understand. That's why when people talk, I don't want to hear them. I'm not talking to you myself. Let's do this somehow to all of you. I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. Now I slam it when I'm done and make sure it's broke. When I'm going, no one gets on, cause I won't let nobody press up and mess up the scene I set. I like to stand in the crowd and watch the people wonder, damn. But think about it, then you'll understand. I'm just an addict addicted to music. Maybe it's a habit, I gotta use it. Even if it's jazz or the quiet storm, I hook a beat up, convert it into hip-hop form. Write a rhyme and graffiti it, every show you see me in. Deep concentration, cause I'm no comedian. Jokers are wild if you wanna be tame. I treat you like a child or you're gonna be named another enemy, not even a friend of you. Cause you can fight the end if you pretend to compete. Cause I just put your mind on pause and I can beat you when you can pin my rhyme with yours. I'll wake you up and as I stare in your face to see you stunned. Remember me, the one you got your idea from. But soon you start to suffer, but you only get rougher. When you start to suffer, that's when you had enough of. Bite that'll make you choke. You can't provoke, you can't cope. You should have broke because I ain't no joke.
I ain't no joke. Because I ain't no joke.
I got a question. It's as serious as cancer. Who keep the average dancer hyper as a heart attack? Nobody's smiling. Cause you're expressing the rhyme that I'm styling. This is where we all sit down and write. You can't make it, so you take it home, break it and bite. Use pieces and bits of all the hip-hop hits. Get the style down packed, it's time to switch. Put my tape on pause and that's more to yours. And then you figure you're ready for the neighborhood chores. The EMCEE, don't even try to be true. You can up and speak, don't even lie to me. You like to exaggerate, dream and imagine it. They change the rhyme around that could aggravate me. So when you see me come up, freeze. Or you'll be one of those 7 MCs. They think that I'm a new jack, but only if they do that. They who think wrong are they who can't do that style that I'm doing. They might ruin patterns of paragraphs based on you and your offbeat DJ. If anything he plays sounds familiar, I'll wait till SB say slay him. So I'ma have to disinvoke and you can get a smack for this logo. I ain't no joke.
I ain't no joke. Because I ain't no joke.
I hold the microphone like a grudge. Then I hold the record so the needle don't bust. I hold a conversation so when I am fed, I nominated my brother Lino for president. When I'm sitting down, people freestyle or standing. So pucker up and whisper my message, my man. But whatever you do, don't miss one. There'll be another rough rhyme after this one. Before you know, you're following and feeding, wait for the punchline. They get the mean like the whore. The more of the story I'm telling. Nobody beats when says so stop yelling. Save it, put it in your pocket for later. Cause I'ma move the crowd and be a record fader. No interruptions in the mic is broke when I'm gone. Then you can joke. Cause everything is real on a serious tip. Keep playing and I get furious quick. And I take you for a walk through hell or feed your dome. And watch your eyeballs swell. Got you in a triple state darkness. When they get dark again, then I'll spark this microphone. Cause the heat is on, you see smoke. And I finish where the beat is going. I'm no joke.
I ain't no joke. Because I ain't no joke.
This song right here, dedicated to one person. My son. You died, your mother said. I will come to you one day. You will never come to me.
Because I ain't no joke.
Peace.
I ain't no joke. Because I ain't no joke.
Is a marked tendency for the person to develop convulsions. Grand mal convulsions or seizures, and unless these are controlled, they can lead to the death of the individual.
My words are simple and plain. How I'm gonna shout you out without mentioning your name. Let's just say the song is dedicated to the people. The real John and James. Jane been on that stuff since she was 13. The doctors give her more to cure the pain and heal her brain. Now she's in her 50s and it's totally insane. They increase the doses or give her some new things. Her delusions are real. She feels like there's cameras all around her house and Biggie and Michael are still alive right now. She talks about how she personally knows Biggie and talks about her younger days when she used to be pretty. The drugs that they give her tear at her skin, tear at her mind, play with her emotions, but she has to listen or face the consequences to not get locked up. I raised her son, she is hoping. John has a couple of problems, so he started taking X, Y, and Z, which gave him hallucination. They switched to drugs, which did him good for a time, but now he started seeing and hearing ghosts all the time. My man John Brown is in a place that he hates it. Instead of helping him, facilitators play games with. They tell him he's paranoid due to his mental illness. They tell him to take more pills and ignore the realness. Jane calls him happy pills because she can't get angry. Even at times when she is supposed to be angry. And it's brave new world, it's best to stay sedated. Life is hard, homie. Increase the dosage. The doctors told Jane it would help her unless she takes this pill that the doctor is prescribing. How you gonna help me by giving me a pill that will increase the chance of me catching the disease that I am fighting? What?
To be extortion of time, and of course the person is confused, and the person may accidentally take more drug than he had anticipated, forgetting that he had just taken a dose a few minutes before. In addition to this, the barbiturates, when withdrawn, do produce a physical dependence or withdrawal type reaction, and with the barbiturates is a marked tendency for the person to develop convulsions. Grand mal convulsions or seizures, and unless these are controlled, they can lead to the death of the individual.
My words are simple and plain. How I'm gonna shout you out without mentioning your name. Let's just say the song is dedicated to the people, the real John and James. Jane been on that stuff since she was 13. The doctors give her more to cure the pain and heal her brain. Now she's in her 50s and it's totally insane. They increase the doses or give her some new things. Her delusions are real. She feels like there's cameras all around her house and Biggie and Michael are still alive right now. She talks about how she personally knows Biggie and talks about her younger days when she used to be pretty. The drugs that they give her tear at her skin, tear at her mind, play with her emotions, but she has to listen or face the consequences to not get locked up. I raised her son, she is hoping. John has a couple of problems, so he started taking X, Y, and Z, which gave him hallucination. They switched to drugs, which did him good for a time, but now he started seeing and hearing ghosts all the time. My man John Brown is in a place that he hates it. Instead of helping him, facilitators play games with. They tell him he's paranoid due to his mental illness. They tell him to take more pills and ignore the realness. Jane calls him happy pills because she can't get angry. Even at time when she is supposed to be angry. And his brave new world is best to stay sedated. Life is hard, homie. Increase the dosage. The doctor told Jane it would help her unless she takes this pill that the doctor is prescribing. How you gonna help me by giving me a pill that would increase the chance of me catching the disease that I am fighting? What? This song is based on many true stories. My brother John has been on meds since he was a kid. No amount of drugs can heal his pain within. In a mental institution, the things that they did to him were almost as bad as what his family had did to him. He was like a guinea pig. He was like a punching bag. He was sexually and verbally abused by woman and man. This is big business. Billions of dollars. They rather medicate instead of curing the problem. The doctor told Jane her son has these problems and he needs to take these pills to solve those problems. They tell us to eat this and tell us to eat that. One day it's healthy, next week it's poison. Most of the time the doctors are really trying to help us, educated, but no clue what they are doing.
Barbiturates have some very severe problems with them. For one thing, they do produce tolerance to a certain degree, and it isn't necessary to take more and more of the drug to produce the same effect. However, this tolerance is limited. Now, under the effects of the drug, there tends to be extortion of time, and of course the person is confused, and the person may accidentally take more drug than he had anticipated, forgetting that he had just taken a dose a few minutes before. In addition to this, the barbiturates, when withdrawn, do produce a physical dependence or withdrawal type reaction, and with the barbiturates is a marked tendency for the person to develop convulsions. Grand mal convulsions or seizures, and unless...
Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about how spirit guides can help you and how to connect with specific guides that can help you with creative inspiration.
What you hand me often, which comes in handy. Never reprimand, never. You show me there's a plan B, a plan C, plan D, all the way to plan Z. No matter who I am, be. You bring that man piece fingers on white black keys. I do what she commands me. I run to you, what makes me comfortable when it hurts badly, and come to you to celebrate. fairly elated and lovely. You ate my brother, sister, mother, lover, or daddy. We're kinda like imaginary friends, the ones none can see. I could tell you what I can't tell anybody. When I tried to put you to the side, you would call me. When I didn't love me, you wanted the only thing about myself, only that I actually loved you. Sometimes when I'm with you, girl, we puff trees. You told me not to chase skills and quality, just become me. This is Kenny Water's book, effortless mastery. The skills follow the enjoyment of being what you be. I sit behind the Courage Rock PC3. My piano named Janet. She's a powerful beauty. I don't like to watch movies. I'd rather do 3D art, PSD, draw, or make a new beat. I go out with a candle and a strap on the toolie. Take a few pics, record clips swift and move smoothly. I used to hit up Hunts Point, toss chips at the cutie. She said for $30 with no condom, she would do me. No matter who I was, that girl always knew me. I tell her what to do and she tells me what to do. See, me and her are family, only she understands me. Long as I sing for her, she'll love me for who I am, maybe. When I was in the 3rd grade, you had me writing stories. He said imagination is greater than knowledge. And now we must sadly find me in this story. Determination is always greater than skill.
Guides, spirit guides, can help you with everything. Now, there's different kinds of guides, and we're going to be going into these specific speciality guides. Whereas, say, your master guides that are with you forever, like around you this whole lifetime, they might not have that specialty.
Everybody's got his own thing. Everybody's got his way of doing a thing. Now we shall attempt to do a tune that is very popular. It was written by one of the great songwriters of the day. Now I don't know what he was thinking about or what inspired him to write this, but it's a deep meaning to this. And I shall attempt to do it my way, my own interpretation of it. And I want you to bear along with me for a few minutes.
You be careful crossing the street.
I got a job with the mob and the G's, doing some pickups, deliveries, and transporting keys. See, I'm the fall guy. They got me like a flunky. I'm riding around with 10 kilos inside my trunk, G. And I'm holding the suitcase with a $500,000, $100 bills in my gun. I'm trying to ignore it and just chill, but sometimes I get tempted to make a motherfucking run for it. The thought alone makes me shiver. Damn, what if I get caught? If I be floating in the Hudson River? But if I escape, I'll be in shape for my life. But they might get my kid and my wife. See, I'm supposed to make a stop to an uptown spot, run up the block and make another drop. But I got something else in mind. So I'm trying to put my black ass on the line. I got the money in the hit. Went through the block non-stop cause I ain't dropping no shit. Then I thought of a plan. So I drove to my house and got my girl and my little man. Come on, bitch, pack your shit, get ready.
Damn, why your face all sweaty?
Just hurry up and get the shit. I'm a dead man, bitch, understand we gotta split. I switched the locks on the door. I started packing my bags like I was going on a motherfucking world tour. I grabbed my luggage and the gun. Come on, we gotta go, hun. David with Sands is on the run.
I want that son of a bitch dead. I want him dead. I want him dead. I don't care.
Now I'm driving and looking at my passport. I'm out of here as soon as I hit Kennedy Airport. I loaded up the automatic. I don't believe this. I'm like a sitting duck stuck in traffic. I'm getting nervous as fuck. Then I notice a nigga Continental on my right side approaching. Push down my bitch, then I bend low. Get down, ho. Bullets is flying through my window. The enemy is on attack. Drew the 9 and cocked the hammer and I fired them bitches back. I gotta take my respect. My bullets is hitting crazy mafia members in the neck. Looked at my bitch, a bullet struck her. Put in another clip, cause I ain't giving up a motherfucker. Niggas running up in trenches. Sprayed at my car, only missing me by inches. Stepped on the gas pedal, how bad is my girl harmed? Shit, they only hit her on my arm. Now I'm driving on sidewalks, making sharp turns. My son is in the back, catching heartburns. I got the car shaking wildly. I made a turn, then I dipped my shit into a dark alley. They drove right past that, all this cheating shit is done. I'm on the motherfucking run. Next thing I know, it was daylight. And I've been sleeping in this motherfucker all night. I started putting on my hoe.
Come on, man, what?
Wake up, bitch, we gotta go. Pulled out that alley, then I dipped. Loaded the 9 clip, lit a clip of the piff. You know I'm headed south, no doubt. Don't care about my whereabouts as long as it's a hideout. Finally, we crossed the border. I pulled into a station to fill up the tank and get a drink of water. Put it over and park my ride. Then noticed this limousine coming up on my left side. Then the sucker started rapping me. Then I looked, it was the Luciano family. Looked at my bitch, she started crying. My finger on the trigger, pulled it, bullets started flying. Now I'm hitting all them bastards. I'm dropping them fast when I blast their blood splashes. Then I finally done it. I took them all out, but I caught one in the stomach. Now I'm looking for survivors. So I ran up on the side of the car and hit the driver. And then I laid low. Catching my breath, the only one left was Don Luciano. So I stuck up on the sucker. Put my gun to his head. What's up now, motherfucker? He said, wait, I want to talk. I put his brains on the sidewalk. Another life I had to waste. He fell on his back and then I spat right in his guinea face. He threw the barrel of the devil's gun. Then no longer got a brother on the run. Motherfuckers.
Uncle G-Rap, when I grow up, I'll be a rapper and a gangster. Just like you.
No, see. You could be a rapper, but you can't be a gangster. You don't want to 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 be a gangster.
I don't know where to begin. When people ask, I tell them I'm a Christian, and I'm glad that Jesus rose, but his death on the cross means nothing to me. Because he made the system, and he could have made the system differently. Almost anybody would die to take the word, especially if they was going to get resurrected in 3, and they glorified throughout infinity as the name above every name and the King of Kings. Sometimes when I read the Bible, I'm like, daggone God, that's messed up, but then I say, hey, better than me. When you all die, you're gonna cry in hell, and I'm gonna be in heaven bored as hell. Now it's time for the marriage ceremony. Me and millions of the bride of Christ. See, I'm dressed in my white gown as a stockings. Gay marriage is wrong on earth, but in heaven is right. I'm in heaven where there are no gays, so I'm looking around for the reptiles and the grays. Now my God is the God of the universe. In heaven I see beings from other worlds, not just the earth. Was it a dream or did I have another OBE? I can't tell the difference between my vision and reality. Now let's talk about must religion, because when they die it's cool. They got slaves that are virgins. And if you like me, you don't want a virgin, you want a whore, a slut, a freak. Someone too old for you, someone too young for you, someone that's different, someone the same. Sex feels good when you're having it, but always need the extreme pain. Now sex is another system that God made, but I can't hate the creator. Because AIDS was made in the lab and used as a test on gay white people. This was God's punishment to gays. You can use it on us and use it on your own people. And the secret that America made with Africa is why the AIDS rate is so high in Africa. I still don't make any contact with aliens up in heaven. Aliens, God's angels, devils, are there any difference? Sometimes humans don't want to accept the truth. And like so many others, I just want to know if my truth is true. The aliens help man build the pyramids. Can you help me find my stairway to heaven? One day they took me into the mothership, and we had a whole lot of sexual experiments.
Hey, stop that! Hey!
Everything today has involved things either going in or coming out of my house. I'm serious. It's completely innocent. There's an 80-foot satellite dish sticking out of your ass. Sure, you can. Whatever. I am sick and pissed off right now. I know there's no such thing as aliens. God damn it!
What the hell do you think you're doing? Declaring leprechauns aren't real?
What?
You just can't declare that imaginary things aren't real. Who are you to say what's real? Think about it. Is blue real? Is love really real?
Imaginary things are things made up by people, like Santa and Rudolph. Yeah, and they detract from real things, like Jesus. Maybe Jesus is imaginary too. Oh, you better not say that. You'll go to hell.
It's possible that hell is also imaginary.
So then, we're about to nuke hell. That's a good thing, right?
Oh,
yeah,
that's
a good thing. Good thing, yeah.
What if heaven is imaginary? We'd be nuking heaven.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be real. So it'd be all right.
Look, maybe they're all part of the same thing. Santa and Jesus and hell and leprechauns. Maybe they're all real in the same way, right?
Santa Claus and leprechauns are imaginary, but Jesus and hell are real.
Well, then what about Buddha?
Well, of course he's imaginary.
Oh, see, now you're being intolerant, Tom. Am I real?
Lord God, are you real? I really need to know. How can I tell what's fake from what's real? Real is defined as an actual thing having objective existence, not imaginary. Real is true, occurring as fact, and as an adverb, the word real means very. So back to the question, is my God real? Whose God is fake and whose God is real? Visibility can be deceiving, especially that this is in a dark room. Sometimes the information allows causes our minds to form illusions. The same goes for hearing. I thought I heard something which was something else. The best description is an audio illusion, we'll just say for now. I can feel love, but it could really be hate. Because me and the people around me are fake. I can feel the wind, which I can't see or taste, but I can see the effects of the wind and hear the sounds that it makes. God made a broken particle, humanity, and vanity, and isn't secretly molding and shaping reality. When a product is folded, the customers go to the manufacturer and say, we bought into this designed product that's incredibly flawed. God made Adam from dirt. You'll know the rest of Adam's bad decision is the cause of all this mess. We say that God's crying whenever it rains, and later on we found that we were wrong and let science explain. Lord God, you real. I see the sinner with the thing on his waist, the ice on his wrist, fly chicks, whips and chains. He claims everything is great. I see people live in poverty and sickness, but ironically, the Bible has scripture to answer every pain, desire, or need. But is this a myth, my Lord, or is it the truth? When I go to church, all I see is people getting duped. In their word of desperation, we see a man with an education, quoting scriptures telling people why we should listen to him. My Bible says you're going to find hell for what you believe in. What if that information is wrong or I'm possibly misreading? If the product of the Bible and the Christian religion, the users of this product should be completely different. Some men of God are worse than who they call heathens. Is a man better off believing or not believing? Saying atheist, basically stating that no God exists. Either you don't know or you back it up with science. Is any God really the question? Is it possible men were made by aliens? Called the Anunnaki, who reigned in Sumeria and had sex with humans. They taught the art of black magic and gave technology to them. Are aliens real? Is the government hiding? I look up in the sky and saw some UFOs flying. So you could say the aliens are just like the gods. If you want proof they exist, you will find none. Yet in the heart of the believer, you will find a dedication unparalleled by any other kind. Is his faith based on things created in his mind that his mind will make become real in time? Could the mind make something real that really isn't? The religious call this speaking into existence. If the product is flawed and the manufacturer is perfect, then inside the program flaws were inserted on purpose. God does everything on purpose. Is this truth or used when men search for purpose? Sometimes we make up stuff to believe in. Is it real? Can what's fake provide fulfillment? Can it? Is Santa Claus real? Is Bugs Bunny real? Are Daredevil, Superman, and Spider-Man real? Does just believe in X make X real? Does X need something else to make X real? Can X be real without belief? Would God be God if we didn't believe?
Right now, we're inside a computer program.
Is it really so hard to believe? Your clothes are different, the plugs in your arms and head are gone. Your hair has changed. Your appearance now is what we call residual self-image. It is the mental projection of your digital self.
This isn't real.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain. This is the world that you know. You've been living in a dream world, Neo. This is the world as it exists today.
1, 2, 3, 4. Silver on the beat, Wendy on the mic, Nike on the feet, or whatever you like. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. We give you something new and something old. We give you fiction, we give you true stories. We give you hip-hop that's action and music. There was a time the gods would sit with man, like man sits with man and makes plans. But after the deluge, this time was no longer because man had kindled God's anger. Noah and his family weren't the only survivors, there were others. I will briefly tell you about them. Those who knew about the tree of life and thus used their cheat. Others used black magic and thus had to pay a fee. Some hidden underground cities that had technologies that would seem futuristic to you and me. Because of earthquakes and the earth degradation, this technology was lost throughout the generations. The gods knew this, so they stopped this from happening. Because they saw what had happened on other planets where the inhabitants became masters of these powers. They literally destroyed themselves within hours. To celestial beings, this is sort of a game show. At the same time, it's just the reason they came for, to have children and to evolve. So when they saw humans, the gods thought problem solved. And when they came down to earth, they were adored and loved at first. Eventually, they weren't adored anymore, and people would say, I really don't care if you are a god. And by now, the gods had already taught these humans how to cast spells, how to chant, how to summon. So when man spoke the word, the gods had to obey. They were more powerful than us, but they had to do as we would say. They opened those doors and now have to pay for the games with us they chose to play. Me and Silver are brothers, like Devon and Bubba Ray. We ain't black or white, but just different shades of gray. Athletes step into the ring to wrestle with the greats. Pro wrestling is real, it's the people that are fake. Native instruments, give it a microphone, and I represent. I'm never hesitant to kick it raw or with elegance. I was there at the deluge, climbing up a mountain, trying to get away from the water. It just kept on raining. Top of the mountain feels strange. Aliens came out of it and grabbed me. I tried to resist, but they were stronger than me. They took me to the mothership quickly. In the mothership, they experimented on me. They gave me an anal probe and they didn't do it nice. Later on Earth, they dropped me off. Still to this day, I believe that you're the one for me. I remember when I first met the aliens. You know what I did? I put up my Bible and tried to convert them all to Christians. What I learned is it doesn't make sense to resist. When the aliens try to grab you, just go up inside of the mothership. That's my best advice. This is the Silver Tornado, and we are going to get a little festive, a little pagan. See, this Christmas will be a very special Christmas. Last year for Christmas, I got a $4,000 computer. My man got a couple of meals and a sweater. He goes home and his home is a shelter. His roommate is sparking up that K2. It's Christmas time and the people are online. I ain't talking about Walmart and Best Buys. They online just trying to get a meal or clothes and toys for their kids. The freezer starts so the children don't have to. They go to church to get the children gifts. But other man said, begging, I ain't going out like that. I'm gonna grab my ski mask and black cat. He stuck up a store. Now his children got new Jordans and PS4s. Now let me tell you about Frosty the Snowman. That's my man Mo, and he got that raw. Every Christmas, he be missing his little sister when she was a little girl. The drunk driver hit and killed her. During Christmas time and New Year's, the people buy more because they cry more, so they getting high more. The parents lie more. Let me tell you a story about George and his wife Josephine. They lived in poverty with their 3 seeds. They even had a hand-me-down Christmas tree. On Christmas Eve, Santa broke into their crib.
and gave them all types of fly Christmas gifts. On Christmas Day, the parents lied to their kids, saying they worked hard and spent their money to buy a miss. Anyway, our man Ock gathered his crew and waited for Santa Claus with their Glocks. When Santa Claus came out of the chimney, my man Ock put out the Glock and said, "Yo, remember me? I sat on your lap and I asked you for this and that. All that you gave me was a mother who got high on crack. Santa, you ain't never once cleaned up my hood, and you ain't never did my people any good." Never. He shot Santa in the head, then he robbed him and spoke the blood in the slate with flying reindeer. Another Christmas, another person going broke buying somebody gifts that they don't even want. He hates Christmas time, cause the son has been in jail for years and he ain't even guilty of the crime. And he hates Christmas time, because last year, at least the son was still alive. My other man will probably just sip all his pain away. I'm the only one who gives him a Christmas card. Even though I don't really want to be a dad and my girlfriend is crazy, I still thank the Lord for him. Shout out to Silver, Lisa, and my mom. The true gifts in life can't be bought inside stores. Christmas is best described as paganism commercialized. It has nothing at all to do with Jesus Christ. You don't hear me though. Really know, Josh Turkeys. Come on. This Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. The legends say that cattle talk like people do on Christmas Eve. A little girl hates Christmas dinner cause she has to sit next to her aunt that molest her. This Christmas I get a second chance, but I can't be with you, Mama Candace and Janice. It's Christmas. It's time to go broke for no reason. I choose between the things that I love and the things that I love, because I can't have them both and I can't have what I want, but you can, my love. It's Christmas Eve and I'm serving the people, giving them toys, clothes, and real cheap food. I walk by the homeless, he ain't got it down. All he got is his dog and a bottle of wine. It's Christmas time and the side of his mouth is 9.
He's beginning to believe.
Silver on the beat.
Little piece of advice.
It's all the same, only the names will change. Every day it seems we're wasting away. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. I'm a young gun, I want it dead or alive. I'm a cowboy that jumps on my horse and ride. I got my brothers, Lindo and Silver, by my side. I got my trusty revolver and my shotgun by my side. When the sheriff comes, we either shoot it out or hide. A satchel got an ounce of weed and some gold bars inside. We even got a couple ladies in the crew that'll blow your brains out with the get up in their shoes. Out. This is not Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm a true cowboy and this is my crew. Silver is a ninja and David Winsands is a samurai. He lays down the beat and then I grips the mic and kick my battle cry. Swords, staffs, crossbows, nunchucks I use whenever I have. Me and Silver are magicians. Abracadabra, open sesame. Let me open your eyes, ears, and mind via my rhymes and some mental telepathy. I don't know what I would be doing right now if Silver wasn't my brother. He changed my life in so many ways. And when I look at his studio and his music, I basically can say for him the same. I must reiterate, there is nothing more dangerous than low expectations. Disappointment is a result of unmet expectations. You're mad because you didn't get what you expected. I chased this when I could've chased that. In other words, I chased what I did want instead of what I wanted. And for a long while, this was my lifestyle, which gave myself and many others a lot of suffering. I jumped on my motorcycle on my highway to hell. I was a leader, and I had a lot of people with me. Because you can't go to hell by yourself. You gotta bring some total strangers, some friends and family. I was a leader, but I was also a follower. Like the centurion who once asked Jesus. Okay, really, he said to servant to ask Jesus, hear my servant, your word just speak it. Speak it. It's 5:42 a.m. and I'm waiting for the sunrise. I told you before, I'm a cowboy, so you will see my gun rise. I'm a young buck, wanted dead or alive. I always got my trusty 6-shooter by my side. Ride. At the OK Corral, me and Sheriff Ben stood back to back. and then we took 10 steps, but I already took 8. Turned around and gunned him down in broad day. At the bar we fight like the APA. I sat behind the piano and starts to play. Right. Some dudes are sipping moonshine, eating venison. I smoking on Mary Jane, oh that's my medicine. I'm a cowboy, on my horse I ride. David Winsans is one, dead or alive. I'm a young gun, but I ain't Billy the Kid. Anyone who stepped to me got shot in the head by my trusty 6-shooter. Then I jump on my horse and ride into a sunset and go and find me a whore. First I give her a gold bar too, then I hit that raw. Then we put out the weed and my satchel and we hit that raw. We in Texas, yo. I put out the map, the Blackbird to Mexico. I'm a young gun, what it dead or alive, letting my weapon blow.
A little piece of advice. You see an agent, you do what we do. Run. Run your
How can I be the oracle when I'm really a fool? I hope you don't see what I see and don't do what I do. I hope you don't know what I know and don't go where I go.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
What I'm trying to say is, don't follow me. I'm like that Jim Jones Kool-Aid. Don't swallow me, but I'll put it in your mouth. If you let me, I'll put it in your mouth. Your mother's so fat, she wore a Malcolm X t-shirt and a helicopter tried to land on her back. I'll fuck your sister, I'll fuck your cat. I would've fucked your mom, but the bitch is too fat. I've been a rapper with the woods, taking a crap. The bear asked the rabbit, this shit stick to your fur. The rabbit said no, so the bear wiped his ass with the rabbit. Sometimes my dreams make my visions blurred. I need to find someone more beautiful than you. Is she the only one in the world who is that beautiful? I don't know what to say, to think, or to do. I'm like an oracle that needs an oracle.
So very, very special.
To be an oracle or a sage means you have to be able to say, walk this way. It means you have to see the invisible. It means I can see what you can't even see in you. Because if you could see you through my eyes for just a moment in time, then you would realize that you are beautiful, wise, and wonderful. And this is why David Winston is
So is this the same oracle that made the prophecy?
Yeah, gold. She's been with us since then.
And she everything? And she's never...
Try not to think of it in terms of right and wrong. She is a guide, Neil. She can help you to find the path.
Give me the microphone, I'ma show you the real meaning of the danger zone. That's a quote from LL. Like Big said, I've been in this game for years and it made me an animal. Like Nas, I'm nasty and it ain't hard to tell well. I could be right, I could be wrong. I'm always gonna have your best interests at heart. Please don't judge me if I let you down or fail you. There are times we all gonna miss the mark. I remember when I stepped to you all confident. Thought I was bold and you just beat my ass. Next thing you know, I was forced to run and do the same damn thing that all my friends did. That's what they did. A few days later, I was still battered and bruised. And I was like, fuck it, son. I'ma step to you. This nigga. My friends and family was like, nah, nigga, you crazy. They tried to stop me. Do it. I didn't become the oracle because I won all of my battles. Matter of fact, I probably lost more battles than I won. Because what I lost is not important. It's only important what I won. So choose your battles, and as I sit upon my throne, I hold upon a shiny red philosopher's stone. It's time to turn these base metals into gold. Mic check 1, 2, 3. Alright, yo, here we go. Whoa. I am the oracle.
She is a guide.
Hold my hand and let me lead you. Watching you won't let go lead, and I promise I won't leave you.
Dance with me, I don't even know how to dance. Swim with me, and I don't know how to swim. Walk with me, I don't even know how to walk. Talk with me, can you teach me how to talk?